Hello, everybody, and welcome to the world of Plant Boy. Today, I have a reading in regards to your future spouse and your future married life. More details on your future married life, and we'll get details on your spouse, perhaps children, your home, but we will see the general scope of your spouse and your married life in the future. I will be using the Shadowscape Tarot to read for you today, and I will also be showing you three stones. I will show you them individually, and then I will show you them all together so you can pick according to your intuition, because I am here using my intuition to help you, but I hope that you also use your own intuition to help yourself throughout the reading, because this is not for anybody specific, this is for the general public. This is also a timeless reading, so whenever you find this, it shall apply. And timestamps for each reading will be down in the description and in the comment section. Thank you to everybody who has been coming through. Thank you for sending your feedback and your opinions and your thoughts and critiques. I appreciate it all. And I hope that you all enjoy this reading as well. On to the stones. Here are the stones. We have stone number 1, beautiful white rounded stone. We have stone number 2, a classic gray pebble-like stone. And last we have this rectangular yellowish orange stone. Now I ask that you focus on the intention. You can close your eyes, take a deep breath, open your eyes, and pick according to your intuition. Which stone is calling out to you? Which stone do you feel most drawn to? All right, let's get on to the readings. Hello, number 1. Welcome to your reading, number 1. Let's shuffle your deck and see your future spouse, your future married life, what's going on there. Who is your future spouse? Hopefully the wind doesn't take these cards, so I'll try to shuffle down here. I feel like your future spouse is going to be very explorative, very fun, very young at heart, very curious about the world, curious about you and love. And I feel like you've been waiting for this person. You've been really patient, manifesting, praying for the right partner, for the right spouse. And I do believe you are going to achieve this. You're going to get what you want. You're going to get everything you've prayed for. I also feel like some of you have children or pets or some other being that you're looking after. And I feel like your future spouse is going to fit right in, and your family life is going to be exactly what you dreamt of. Maybe there's some anxieties about whether they would like your pets, whether they would like your children, whether, I think the spouse is so much more important to think of when you already have children, or you already have your home, or you already have your pets, and you have to think of whether they're going to fit right in rather than you and them just creating something new. And I feel like everything's going to be exactly the way you see it. It's going to be true. It's going to be the way it is in plain sight. The sun is shining. There's no shadows, there's no hidden things beneath the shadows, beneath the waters. The moon is not out, it's the sun. We have very exciting energy, very loving energy, very true, authentic energy, healing energy. I feel like this person is going to be such a light to you, such an exciting person, someone that reminds you that life is worth living, that life can be exciting and curious, and it doesn't stop at a certain age, or it doesn't stop at a certain point of life or after childhood. You feel like a child with them again. You feel like you can enjoy the little things. I feel like also those who have any boundaries, or maybe addictions, or anything they're trying to get over, maybe a past lover or a divorce, this energy is going to be left behind, and you are going to heal from this. And this person is going to be there to send you comfort, be there to comfort you, and to really support you and your feelings. Your feelings are validated with this person. But I do feel like this person is very strong minded, very witty, very mental. I feel like you can be very passionate, very in your heart. You can act impulsively and just go for what you want or say what you want. And this person really stops and thinks. So I feel like you complement each other very well. Like the traits that you think that you're missing, even if you don't think you're missing them, they just bring those out of you. The traits that they may not possess, you bring it out of them. The passion and the heart to the mind and the intellect. It can be vice versa. You can be the intellect. Maybe you need somebody that brings out that exciting passion for life and, impulsiveness to do things just because. Maybe you think a lot and you need somebody to really push you to just act on what you feel, or maybe not. I also feel like you could see the birds up here. I feel like you're bringing something with you. Like I said, maybe you already have your child, you already have your pets, you already have your home, you have something already established. And together with this person, you will have two other kids, two other children, or two other pets, or maybe you'll get two more homes. You already have one thing that you're bringing to this relationship, and with this person, you're going to develop two more. I do feel like you are going to have two children, though, if you do not have children already. I feel like some of you may have children now, but with this new person, I feel like this person will bring two children. See this? But we do have these little birds up here, keeping the wisdom, watching over. And I feel like these are the birds that were always with these people, always with you, always with this Queen of Wands, this King of Swords. But then this pair comes around. Beautiful. I feel like you will be successful. I feel like there's going to be a lot of adventurous travels. Maybe you guys are artists or musicians, or your form of work has to do with travel, or your spouse is going to get a job where you have to move somewhere else from where you are now. There's a change in location, there's a change in the atmosphere and the feeling once you are with this spouse. Once you create a deeper relationship with this person. But I feel like you, regardless, are going to be very wealthy. I feel like you're going to have a beautiful home. I feel like you're going to have two children. I feel like your spouse is going to be supportive. They're going to take you out. You're going to travel a lot. I feel like they're going to be like your opposing energy, like the mind to your heart or the heart to your mind. Whichever one you are, I feel like they're bringing the opposite. If you're the heart, you really act on your heart and your feelings. They're going to be very intellectual. They're going to be very analytical, very strong critical thinkers, very cautious with their moves. But there's this external wealth with this King of Swords, but also this internal love and passion with this Queen of Wands. I feel like you're going to have everything you want externally, but you're not sacrificing love, or you're not sacrificing what you really need emotionally and passionately. Everything's there. I feel like the bedroom's going to be a beautiful time for you. I feel like going out with your children, your family life's going to be beautiful. Your children are going to love you, and your spouse is going to be supportive of your children and you. It's all going to be beautiful. Beautiful energy, and the sun is just there to let us know that this is ultimate happiness for you. Everything you've wanted and tried to manifest in the past have manifested. So thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe if that resonated with you, and until next time, the world of Plant Boy. Hello, number 2. Welcome to your reading. Let us shuffle your deck and see who your future spouse is and how your future married life is going to be. I'm going to shuffle down here because it's very windy. I feel like you and your future spouse may have had a very strong connection in your life. Number 2, I feel like you have known this person for a very long time. I feel like you may have a childhood with this person. You spent your childhood with this person. They're a childhood friend. You just knew them as a child, or you just have known them for a very long time. This can also just be somebody who feels like you knew them for a very long time, a very strong soulmate. I feel like this connection is very strong and there's a lot of history there. I feel like it feels like family. I feel like you have expected a family with this person. Maybe you already have children with this person. They're already involved in a family way. I feel like this is going to be your future spouse. I feel like you and this person have tried very hard to obtain each other, to create this relationship. I feel like this future spouse of yours is also going to be very possessive of you, very protective of you. This person can have very strong attitudes. People may even find these possessive, strong attitudes kind of negative. Maybe it's more their insecurities that are coming out, that are trying to keep a hold of you. I feel like these feelings probably arose because of the strong history that you have. Maybe you guys dated in the past, very young, came back together. Maybe you have children with this person, baby daddy, baby mama situation. But there are these possessive feelings, these feelings of wanting to marry you because of this past, because of this connection, because of that feeling of I'm always supposed to be for you, you always are supposed to be for me, this is what's supposed to happen. Regardless of feelings, I feel like no matter what, even if this person may treat you wrong one day or you treat them wrong, you guys always come together and make up. And the feelings of belonging to each other are very strong. And I feel like when you are together, you have this strong connection, but when you're apart, it may feel like there's some controlling aspects involved. But it doesn't always have to be negative. This person can just be very strong personality, strong willed, very possessive and controlling, but it doesn't have to be negative. This can just be somebody who's very in charge of the relationship, takes ownership of the relationship and ownership of the home, their children, and they're very proud of what they have created. But it can come off as this possessive demeanor of this is mine, you are mine, this home is mine, these children are mine. But it's not all the time. It doesn't always have to be this devilish voice, or it can be just small insecurities that are speaking for them, but deep down they really have this love. But it's just something to watch out for. I know some people do enjoy that banter and possessiveness with partners. Others want that freedom. Some people want to have freedom. Some people like that control, somebody taking control of the home, taking control of the family life. But I feel like this person's going to be very in control of the family life in the home. But like I said, they're going to be very emotionally mature, so they're going to acknowledge their insecurities. It's not going to be too toxic. The family life and the family home, your married life, is going to be very emotionally mature, very strongly built. And I feel like this can be primarily you. I feel like you are very wise, very mature, very emotional, and maybe isolating at times. You spend a lot of time with yourself, so I feel like you know what you need, and you know how to kind of go about this type of control and this type of possessiveness where it's not going to overrun you. You know how to work with it. And then your spouse always comes out at the end of the day and they prove you right, and they know that you're right, and they know it's just their insecurity speaking, and they apologize. But I feel like they just may have some issues with their insecurity when it comes to relationships, and you guys are healing through this because I do see them being very emotionally mature in the future. And I feel like this is partly because of you. This can be largely because of you. Because I feel like you're really manifesting your desires and what you want. I feel like the home that you want, the person that you want, you're getting them. Even though you may want this person for a possessive feeling, but you know they might not be the best person to be with, but you want them so bad, I feel like you are going to receive them. And I feel like they are going to be coming to you because you're so powerful, and I feel like you're so mature emotionally, mentally, and you know how to attract what you want. But there are some things to consider, like, is this really what you want, or is it just possessive feelings? Do you just want this person from the past? Do you just want your ex back? You just want to marry your ex? Yeah, sure, you will marry your ex, but are they the right person for you? Are they still going to be controlling? Are they still going to be possessive? There's those little questions that are coming up in my head, but regardless of that, the family life and dynamic feels very, very real with the Six of Cups and King of Cups. You know, there's that strong emotional feelings, that strong love, that strong family. The children are happy, and I like to see that. That's important. I feel like you will have many children. I feel like I feel like you're the type of person that's going to have about like four. Oh, oh, maybe not. That tree's trying to fight me. I feel like you're gonna have many children, or I feel like you're already on your way to have more children. I feel like you can have probably four. I feel like least the three. But there's a lot of children here. I feel like there's a large family. Maybe that's why there's that controlling possessiveness, because there's always like that go, 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 having to do this, get them ready for school, get them ready for this, get them ready for that, having to get all the children ready, having to pay all the bills. With all the responsibilities of having so many children does come the stress. So I feel like there is that control that needs to be there to control the stress, to control the home. But it's not bad. It's just somebody who really takes charge, somebody who's very strong, somebody who will not mind speaking their mind, will tell you exactly what you need to do, how you need to do it, what you did wrong, why are you not doing this, why are the children still here and not dressed. And I feel like they're that type of person, which is not horrible. People want that type of spouse that's really on it. But that's what I feel like. It's very go, 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 very strong structure, very strict oriented family life. That's what I'm feeling. But it's very loving, it's very real. The children love the family, the children love their dynamic of the home. There's just this difference between, you're very calm and you look this way where the light is, and your spouse may look towards the darkness. Maybe they're pessimistic and you're more optimistic, but you guys bring each other's light out. Maybe sometimes you need that control. Maybe sometimes you need to hear the reality, and maybe sometimes they need to hear the dreams, the possibilities, the excitements, the curiosities of life. I feel like they're very realistic. I feel like your spouse is very realistic and you are very dreamy. You bring this exciting aspect of curiosity to the relationship. And then your children just love the dynamic. I feel like it can be funny. Your guys' banter can be funny. But that's what I have for you. Beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe if that resonated with you. And until next time, the world of Plant Boy. Hello, number 3. Welcome to your reading. Let us see. Who is your future spouse, and what is your married life going to look like for you? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I feel like number 3, you're really in need of this spouse. This spouse that's going to bring you this strong connection, this strong emotional connection. We have a lot of cups in this reading. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the 2 of Cups. And then when we get to your married life, we have the Ace of Cups. But I feel like you've really desired this true emotional connection. And I feel like maybe in the past it's been very hard to keep those emotions in the cups. I feel like in the past it's been hard to keep those emotions uplifted, those emotions settled. I feel like they've been very thrashed around. Your emotions have been tossed around. Your emotions have not been taken serious. But this spouse is going to be very serious about this relationship. There's going to be that strong initial attraction. I don't think this is anybody from the past. I don't think this is an ex or anything of that nature. I feel like this is somebody new that you're going to meet them and there's going to be that automatic attraction, that automatic crush like feeling, very superficial to begin with, but that's going to keep the ball rolling at the start. And then it's going to help you heal because those emotions are going to build up stronger and stronger to become something great. I feel like this is very fresh, but it's going to be very real, very emotional. Like there's going to be a strong intuitive feeling with this. This feeling is going to be very intuitive, and right away, you guys are going to know. They're almost going to probably ask you to be their partner almost instantly. The strong attraction at the start of the relationship isn't something that's going to fade out. It's not something that's just superficial. It's going to start out superficial, but it's going to keep building and building and building. And I feel like both of you have been looking for this type of person that can really nurture the vulnerability of emotions and real emotions, not just attraction and lust and passion. It's like real feelings of talking about how you feel and how am I supposed to be a better person for you. It's going to be very mature. This person's going to be very attentive to your feelings, attentive to what you need and what you desire, and they're going to have the genuine feeling to give it to you. They're really going to want to give you this because I think you guys are going to discuss your past. I feel like you're going to discuss your past, and your past is going to relate to each other. And through that relation with the past and past relationships, lovers that have done you wrong, your emotions wrong, I feel like you can relate to this. And you two together will bring this deepness that is going to heal each other. You know, they will understand what you went through, you will understand what you went through, so you know what you want for the future. It's going to be really fast because you're going to know what you want, they're going to know what they want. It's very mature. It's not trying to figure out if they like me, do they like me, how is this going to happen, are they going to treat me right away. It's just going to be like, I want this, I like you because of this, I want to do this with you, these are my intentions, and boom. And you're going to be like, yes, 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 these are also my intentions, and boom, let's move on. And the relationship is just going to like take off. I feel like it's like a boulder that's rolling down a hill. Once you get that initial attraction, that initial traction, and that actual push, it's just going to keep going. You know, there's no way to stop this love. It's a boulder. That's beautiful. This person is going to be very attracting to you, everything you've ever wanted, everything you've dreamed of, asked for, prayed for. But I feel like your future married life is going to be very strongly just related to you guys. It's not going to be a strong family. I don't really see too many kids. I feel like you guys are going to be focused on you, focused on your love, focused on what you guys want to do, focused on just loving each other. And I feel like this is going to be the case for a very long time. Maybe you'll only have one kid. If that's the case, I feel like you will only have one child. But I don't feel a strong, like, bunch of kids running around, or I have four kids or two kids. I feel like it's like one child, or you just don't want children. Maybe you're like the uncle or the aunt, or you're a teacher, so you feel like you get your children from something else, or maybe they have children, or they're the uncle, or there's some type of thing where the the feeling of wanting children isn't very necessary. It's more about this love and connection between you two and striving for that love, that true love. It's almost like a true romance novel where you guys just run off and live together and it's just you two. Nobody knows. There's no children around. You can do whatever you want. You can wake up whenever you want. You can eat whatever you want. You don't have to worry about children. You don't have to worry about a job. I feel like it's literally just you two. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe someone's rich, inherited money. Maybe you guys are business owners. Your businesses are your children, but I feel like the focus is very much on each other. It feels very light, very new and fresh, and that lightness and newness and freshness, it stays. When you're married, it still feels new. It still feels like you just met. It doesn't feel like it ages. I don't feel like you guys get old and there's children and grandchildren. I feel like it's literally always the same feeling of you two loving each other and there's no change. It's very almost immature. You guys still feel like high school sweethearts even though you're young. You're still dancing with each other in the living room. You don't want children because you want to focus on each other, or you have that one child that takes all the love and it's just like both of you guys poured into one being. This feels very solitary, very healing, very I feel like this is what you want though. I feel like maybe you don't want kids, but I do sense something around you, like a business, a lot of people coming and going through a different sort of action. It doesn't really feel like a strong family dynamic. I feel like there's business involved, or animals, or a farm, a ranch, living on your own, living on the land. Very spiritual. I feel like you guys just get your satisfaction and your fulfillment through each other and work and your life together. Maybe you're just traveling the world, maybe you're nomads, but I'm not getting a strong sense of a home. I feel like it's just you two, and your home is everywhere you go. Your home is within this person, their home is within you. But it also feels very light, so maybe I need to do another reading and we'll get into deeper details of family life and really talk about home, children, career. But that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe if that resonated with you, or if that's somebody you're interested in, because that's very interesting, very different, very loving. So thank you so much. Until next time, the world of Plant Boy.